welcome back to All About Arsenal, and today we're talking about the Edu exit, so let's get into it. The Ghana sporting director set to make a shock Emirates exit and has been linked with a role across Nottingham Forest owner Evangelos Marinikis. And this guy's a rich guy, owns a couple of clubs including Nottingham Forest and Olympiacos. Martin Keown, ex-Arsenal legend, has actually chimed in and he has said, "Well, I don't know for me what could be better than being in that role for Arsenal," he said. He may want to return back to Brazil. So what Martin Keown is basically saying, he doesn't know what other job would be better than being the sporting director for Arsenal. Some other people would think otherwise, but yeah. Is he going back to Brazil? I don't actually think so. I think something else might be going on, but let's get into it. Apparently, Edu had said just 2 months ago, he spoke about looking forward to the future of the club and working with Arteta after the Spaniard extended his contract. Now, after when I was going through this information, that's when I started to, something began to click. I believe something has actually happened. Why do I say that? The timing of this couldn't be worse. We're not having the greatest run in games. Saturday we lost to Newcastle, a game that we should have not lost. That was a game that we should have taken that opportunity to get us back into winning ways, or at least enforce some type of stability. So for Edu to leave, it's poor timing. And some people might say, but what did Edu have to do with it? You have to understand he's an ex-Arsenal legend in his own right. I won't say he's a legend, but he was a good player for us. He played for us between 2001 to 2005. And you have to realise that he's been instrumental in getting a lot of key signings. Declan Rice, Martin Odegaard, Gabriel Martinelli, Saliba, Gabriel, he's brought them in. So you have to realise him being at the club, understanding the ethos of the club, the passion of the club, he would have had some direct impact on the players. And he would have been somebody that they looked up to, not just because he's a sporting director, but he's played the beautiful game himself. So what does this actually mean, and what impact could this further have on the players after receiving this news? They're not going through a good run at the moment, and to be honest, this is the last set of news they actually need. Let's proceed. Now, according to TalkSport, their theory is they understand that a boardroom reshuffle at Arsenal may have played a part in Edu's departure. It's believed that Josh Kroenke, the Gunners vice chairman and son of Stan Kroenke, has been one of the issues for the Brazilian. Edu's also reported to have lost some of his power within the board at the Emirates. And that would make sense. That would make more sense as to why he's decided to leave. I don't just believe, yes, he might have had some job offers on the side, but he's an ex-Gooner. Why wouldn't you want to not be there and see the team that you played for and loved be even more successful? So you know something's actually happened. And we have to, us guys have to realise, as Arsenal fans, Arsenal Football Club is more than just a sport or, us not doing well as a team. It's a business. They have board members, they have strategy, they have their own agenda. And he has his own agenda, that is Edu. So if he feels like he's not being heard, or feels that he's not being able to impact the team in the way that he wants to, what's going to happen? He might as well go to a team when he's going to have autonomy. And that might be one of the issues that Edu sadly was actually facing, because it's a surprise. However, saying that, it might be a surprise to us, but perhaps this was already in the pipeline. Is Arteta surprised about this? Probably not. I'm sure he probably knew this was about to come. But what does it actually mean for Arsenal Football Club? It means that we need to find a replacement. And my own concern is that we need to find somebody who is as passionate about the club as Edu was. And why do I say that? He's an ex-player. That's why I love the relationship between Arteta and Edu. But the main reason is they both play for the team. They understand what it means to be a Gooner. So who else would you really want to actually bring in? I don't know. But at this moment in time, is it going to really affect Arsenal that much in regards to play? Like I said, only if, and I believe he had a strong connection with the players. He brought Martin Odegaard, who's the captain. So let's actually see what unfolds. And I believe more information about this will actually come out. Let's proceed further. As we said, he's had some key signings. He brought Declan Rice, Kai Havertz, Ben White, Martin Odegaard, William Saliba, Gabriel and Gabriel Martinelli. Let's not also forget some of the flops, such as Nicolas Pepe, which was a big flop. But compared to Jack Grealish, Nicolas Pepe is actually a rock star. He's got better stats than Grealish, but the only difference is because Jack Grealish plays for a team when they've actually won something substantial. So that's why nobody would ever look into that comparison. But I just did. So we thank Edu for what he's done at the club. I mean, he's actually brought in some players that's allowed Arteta to revamp the club and restructure the way that Arsenal play and their style of play. So he's done a good thing. It's sad to see him go, especially because of who he is, and he's an ex-Gooner. But wish him nothing but the best and on to bigger and better things. Next on my list, Mohammed Kudus, the bad boy of West Ham. Could he be coming to the Emirates? It's also been reported that there's transfer rumours that Arsenal are interested in Kudus, and that is no surprise. They were supposed to try and bag him 2 seasons ago, but West Ham got to him. He signed from Ajax to West Ham for £40 million, and he's been pretty good there. So let's go into the talk according to the Mirror. So according to the Mirror, Arsenal landed up West Ham winger Mohammed Kudus as a £90 million replacement for Saudi target Leandro Trossard. Quite frankly, Saudi can take Trossard. Trossard was good for the money when he came in 2 seasons ago. Besides what he done at Aston Villa, and he had a brief moment at Man City after getting sent off. What did he say? Trossard has been terrible. I mixed the names up. Trossard has been terrible this season, and I think it's about high time he goes. We don't really need him anymore. He's not been effective. Some people might say he's been playing that position. He has been occupying his 10 role, or is it because he's playing in a different system we've not been seeing the best of him? When Odegaard was still there and we beat Aston Villa, he came on and he did what he usually does best. He's an impact sub. But apparently to the Mirror and other outlets, we are looking at Mohammed Kudus. My only issue with this Kudus, I like him. He's a great winger. He can also play in the midfield as well. He's disciplined. He was sent off during their thumping at Tottenham. Tottenham beat him 4-1. And his discipline is poor. Considering that the Arsenal discipline as a whole team has been poor, do we really need to bring someone that's a hothead? Yes, you need someone that's passionate, that's got a bit of steel, a bit of grit, but not somebody who's going to set us back, considering that we've been having issues with discipline and issues with referee, and quite frankly, believing there's some type of conspiracy against Arsenal Football Club. So that's my only concern about Kudus. Second thing, 90 million. Heck no. He's not worth that much at all. Only reason being they might try and say that because he's got about 3 to 4 years left on his contract. So to buy him out of that, that's going to be serious money. But I think he's worth about 60-65 million. Let me know what you think in the comments. Would he be a good addition? Yes. I think he would fit right into the way Arsenal play, their style of play, and Arteta's plans. But it's just his discipline. We need somebody who's got a better temperament and a bit cool-headed. I believe, for me, a replacement for Trossard and a possible replacement number 10, Eberechi Eze. I think he's an amazing player, and I know he was linked with Arsenal, and I pray they go for him. Arsenal need to do something in this January transfer window. Odegaard will be back. Apparently he's going to be starting the game or playing. Don't know starting, please don't quote me. Not starting, but he should have some type of involvement in the game against Inter. God knows we need him back, but I think we need reinforcements once again. The only tricky thing about the January transfer window, a lot of teams are reluctant to let go of their key players, important players, so it might be a bit of a struggle. But I think we should go for Eberechi Eze. Think Kudus is a good player for 90 million. You're smoking trees, mate. But that's all from me today. Let me know what you think in the comments. Is Edu leaving a big disaster for Arsenal? Or does it just mean that it's an opportunity for us to go into bigger and better things? Change is not always a bad thing. So let me know what you think in the comments. Should we go for Kudus or say no? Let's go for Eze. Until the next video, peace.